Hey everyone! Today we are diving into design anti-trends, what to avoid like a plague and what we move away from in interior design. But remember, anti-trends are usually just a phase. Sometimes what's out today becomes the next big thing tomorrow. So, the golden rule with anti-trends: if you love it, go for it. Now let's dive into one its way out or already out of style. Minimalism. If minimalism used to be all the rage, it's definitely taken a back seat now. You know how you might go for that super minimalist look that you're really into, only for it to fall out of favor? That's kind of what's happening. Like, take my place. It's pretty minimalist, with not a lot of decor. I love it. It's worked for me. But it's becoming an anti-trend. For those of you who, like me, still swear by minimalism, check out the tour of my apartment, grab some awesome design and space organizing hacks without the visual clutter. If minimalism is out, the next big thing is cozy interiors. So, you will see a lot more decor in homes these days. What's on trend? Think decorative elements, all kinds of rugs, wall murals and ton of decor that you can bring back from your travels to remind you of your favorite trips. Baseboards. When it's come to baseboards, there are different styles out there. The classic baseboards is actually on its way out and has become somewhat of an anti-trend. But don't worry, there are cooler, more modern options to explore. For instance, the shadow gap profile. When you add drywall sheets to a wall, you end up with a small recess at the bottom, just a few centimeters deep. You pop in a special dark color corner piece that creates a shadow gap. This gives you a sleek graphic look where the walls seem to float. Often, people even add lighting in this shadow profile, which is a trendy touch. So, with a shadow profile, you can achieve a floating wall effect that's pretty cool. Monochrome kitchens. Let's talk kitchens. Right now, monochrome single-color blend kitchens that just blend into the walls are definitely out of style. Think all-white kitchens made from the same material or completely grey kitchens that just disappear into the wall. So, what's hot right now? First up, colors. To bring some life into your space, consider using bold colors like ochre, terracotta, olive or earthy brown. These shades can really give your kitchen a natural, herby vibe. Of course, you can also play with graphic elements if you've got an eye for combining images and contrasting colors. For instance, pairing stone gray with rich terracotta can create a stunning, sophisticated look. Basically, mix contrasting colors and work with that contrast. But if you are still into the monochrome thing, you can switch it up with different textures. For example, if you want a kitchen in a single color, try using wooden fronts, textured stone and patterned panels. By combining various textures, your kitchen will look far more dynamic, stylish and unique compared to the plain, featureless gray or beige facade that just blend into the wall. Different textures give the eye something to grab onto and make the space way more interesting. Slats. Next up on the anti-trend list, white wooden slats. For a long time, big vertical wooden slats with noticeable gaps between them were super popular. But in big slats are out, what's in? Well, now they are getting slimmer and smaller. They can be arranged with large, flat surfaces to create a rhythm. And they're not just vertical anymore, they can be horizontal or even at an angle. You can use them in places like bathroom too. Plus, slats are making their way into furniture now. If you're looking for alternatives, you might consider glass partitions, like colored or textured glass, or sliding glass panels. The great thing about glass partitions is that they let in more natural light and make the space feel bigger. Metal screens and items are also making a splash. You can use color zoning by adding color to walls, floors or ceiling to define space without using physical partitions. For instance, you can zone a space without adding wooden slats to the wall. Another great alternative to woolen slats is panels. You can use panels with different steps, direction and shades. Mixing and matching panels is a fantastic alternative to traditional slats. Want to know what's trending right now? Check out my video on trends. I've gathered the coolest ideas from European exhibition and combined them with cutting-edge solutions from China. All the best and most modern stuff in one video for you. Let's talk about furniture. Woolen slabs. Woolen slabs are becoming more and more popular in interiors. Using a wooden slab as a countertop where the natural raw edge of the wooden is left is this. Can look really stunning. When done right, it can blend beautifully into your decor. It's not exactly a hard and fast anti-trend, but there are some things to watch out for. For instance, the old school loft look with those heavy metal legs is definitely on the out. Nowadays, glass legs are all the rage. They make the base almost invisible, giving the impression that the table is floating in the mid-air. Those chunky rustic stumps we used to see are now being replaced with some streamlined, round shapes, simpler and smoother. The materials are still natural, but the overall look lighter and more elegant. Black and gold fixtures. Alright, moving on to plumbing fixtures. Black facades and color metal fixtures are losing their charm. White fixtures are popular right now. White fixtures have a lot going for them, they don't show water spots as easily and they're simpler to clean compared to black ones. So, if you're going for a fresh look, white fixtures are a smart choice. They keep you on trend and make maintenance a breeze. Besides white, there are also bold, accentuated options popping up. I've seen interiors with bright blue facades and again neutral black and white backgrounds. It's definitely eye-catching and adds a unique touch. While it's a daring choice and not for everyone, I think it's a trend that might gain traction. If you prefer a more classic look, though sticking with white fixture is the way to go. Gloss and shine. Now up on anti-trend list, glossy finishes. Glossy surfaces have started to fall out of favor and matte finishes are taken over. Matte surfaces, which are closer to natural texture, are definitely in. Deep, rich colors like emerald green or terracotta look fantastic in matte. When it comes to fabrics, texture and coarse materials like burlap and linen look great. By the way, fabrics that show fingerprints, where you can see marks when you touch them, are also becoming an anti-trend. The new trend is all about practicality and functionality. Sticking on one style. These days, the pure style approach, like sticking to a stick Scandinavian look or minimalism, is losing its appeal. Mixing and matching different styles is the way to go. You might blend a bit of minimalism, some Scandinavian elements, and a touch of high-tech to create a unique, personalized style. Why? People want to add more color, life, and creativity to their spaces. To combine styles is becoming more popular. One single style feels a bit outdated. Mixing a few makes for something more interesting and expressive for your creativity personality. For example, we had clients who wanted to base their design on Asian-inspired house. They incorporated functional Scandinavian elements but also wanted to add a vibrant natural green that they loved. The result was a minimalist space with some lively, authentically inspired decor. Mixing style made the space richer and more dynamic when sticking to just one style. Of course, blending multiple styles can be tricky if you're not experienced. If you're in mind for a unique interior that combines modern tech, panoramic skyscraper view, and cozy Balinese vibe, reach out to us. We can create an incredible space that reflects your personality and bring out extraordinary emotion. For a standout interior, consult with the pros. White marble in interiors. Next up on the anti-trend list, everyone's old favorite Calacata white marble, which has pretty much become our plate. Sure, marble is beautiful and this natural material looks amazing. But now it's all about marble varieties with unique, colorful veining. Think yellow or red streaks. These more unconventional shades of marble are currently in vogue. So, if you're a fan of white marble and want to incorporate it, go for options with interesting veining and various hues. That way you'll be on trend and set for the long haul. Also, the trend is shifting away from covering entire ceiling and walls with marble. Instead, you can use it more selectively, maybe just up to the middle of the wall or on just one wall. The rest can be done with other finishes like decorative plaster, micro cement or something similar. The key is to mix it up and avoid going all in with white marble. Black marble is also making a splash and it's right on trend. There are even marble varieties with emerald hues that are becoming increasingly popular. In terms of marble finishes, you're moving away from being strictly conservative. It's not just black and white anymore, so feel free to experiment with color and texture. Track lighting. When track lighting first came out, everyone jumped on the bandwagon. They were so cool and different. Nowadays, you see them in just about every other interiors. They're not everywhere, but they're definitely common, and they're starting to fade a bit. There is a trend with lighting where it's becoming less and less obtrusive. I'm talking about lights that's either reflected or hidden. On the wall, you can use hidden lights like a niche. This way, you avoid overwhelming your space with direct light that's glaring and you create a more open, airy feel. It's a more effective and stylish solution. I hope you found these anti-trends either spot on or totally off the mark. Either way, drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss.